So Marathon, even in alpha, is already updating their game based off of player feedback. So for all those people that are always like, oh, Bungie doesn't listen to their player base, they don't listen to their fans, they don't listen to the people that play their game. This game is in alpha, and they're already making adjustments based off of what players think while playing the game. So this is actually a W that they're even doing this, but they've also released some patch notes to show what they did and why they did it. So let's go through these patch notes and let's just have a conversation about them. All right, so the first thing they updated is the user interface experience. All right, they fixed an issue where players' Bungie IDs were not showing correctly in player tooltips. I didn't see that as an issue anywhere, but obviously if people did, they went ahead and fixed it, so that's good. I haven't seen it anywhere. All the people that I've seen, Bungie IDs have been perfectly fine, but if it's a known issue and they're already fixing it, that's actually huge. But let's get into why we're here. Combat. All right, so with the runners, so they've increased the runners' base health from 100 HP to 120 HP. All right. With that, they decrease the shield amounts by all the following amounts. Basically, the reason why they're doing this, after you read the dev commentary down here, is they got feedback that it was harder for people that don't have the shields to kind of punch up in a situation where they run into people with blue shields, purple shields. Basically, it was to the point where if you were a gray shield or a green shield, and you run into a player with a blue shield or a purple shield, you just ran away. That's basically what we were doing because you understand that you were just not going to win that fight, no matter what it is. Just because if there's one player with a blue shield or two players with a blue shield and all you have is gray shields, all right, cool. You guys can have the loot. We'll come back later. Or if that's our extraction, fine. We'll just leave. We'll come back later after you guys are done with the area. We want no problems. We want zero problems. All right. You guys have all the loot. This is your lobby. Y'all have the fun. That shouldn't be the case. You should always have that opportunity to be able to like, hey, I think I can take this guy. You know, I think this could be my moment. This is Brucey's time to shine. I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to take their blue shields. So they kind of made it a little bit more like that. So that's actually a good change, I think. I don't think at any point in a extraction shooter, any type of PvP shooter, you should ever be scared of an engagement based off of just the loot that you have. So this is a good change, I think. I can't wait to get back in there and see how it plays out. So we shall see. Increase the decay rate on the interaction progress when reviving fully killed crew members. Okay, progress now decays over 3 seconds, down from 180 seconds. All right, reviving allies from the down but not out is unchanged. Okay, so they didn't change anything about the down but not out. But it should be harder to get people back that are a bag. I mean, these guys should not even. Basically, the revive when the alpha first launched was exactly the same across the board, whether you were in a down but not out status or whether you were full down. They were basically the same across the board. You came back with the same health. You came back at the same rate. Everything was relatively the same. But as the alpha has gone on, they have realized that there should be some sort of penalty for being a bag in the game. And I think that they're kind of working their way towards making that a little bit more of a issue for people to come back after being fully down. And that's really good. Because I mean, at the beginning, they were literally relatively the same. And you would just sit there and you would go into an entire fight and somebody would be down into a bag. There should be some reward for downing somebody all the way fully down to make it either, you know, harder for them to come back, or if they do come back, they don't have as much health, which they already made that update, or maybe it takes longer for them to come back. So there should be a benefit for people full downing players, right? I just think that's a good thing. And they've been slowly working their way towards that. This change is intended to reward teams that successfully interrupt a revive. So this one now, whenever they go for the revive, if you're shooting at them and you interrupt it, they lose that progress. So that's another step in the right direction. They've already made it to where you get less health if you're a bag. They've already made it to where there's more of an incentive to full down somebody. Now there's even more of an incentive to full down somebody, because if you full down them, they go into a bag, you get to reset that progress as they're trying to get them back up too. We love that the down but not out is still unchanged, because that rewards people that are just downing you from across the map and they're not even pushing you. That would reward them, and we don't want that. Good changes. Thank you for leaving the down but not out the correct way. I feel like that's a good change. While we want to enable moments of heroism where a lone survivor can save the run, it's W, teams weren't feeling enough pressure to fully commit to a revive due to the revive progress being saved for so long. Also a good point, because basically you could go in there, you can touch the revive for a little bit. If you get pushed a little bit, return fire, come back to the revive, and it seems like you can still get the revive off. Now they're going to have less of a chance to do that. You cannot return fire. You have to stick that res. So that maybe puts you in a situation where you have to rotate out and come back in and get the reses afterwards. So can't wait to see how this actually plays in game. I'm so glad that they're doing these updates during the alpha, because you can get back in the alpha and say, all right, good direction. We're going in a good direction. Love to see that. Weapons. Remove mouse magnetism and aim adhesion for PC and disable the setting to toggle it on and off. This is a W. Honestly, to be fair, mouse and key doesn't need aim assist. We don't need it. If you're using mouse and key, we've never seen aim magnetism and aim adhesion for any game on mouse and key, for the most part. We do get bullet magnetism a little bit in Destiny 2. There is an intrinsic aim assist stat for most of the weapons, but the way that aim magnetism was working here should just not be a thing for PC. So I'm glad that they removed it. We're gonna see how that works out in game. I can't wait to get my hands back on it later today. Long shot, increased long shot sniper damage by 11%. So they're making it to where that sniper is gonna absolutely cook even more, which is good, because if you get your hands on a sniper and you want to be that sniper, you should be able to one-shot down people consistently. Overrun AR, increase the damage by 10%. So this is really good for those sponsor packages. If you're coming in with a sponsor package, you get a better weapon in the sponsor package. So good to see, good to see. Also increasing the damage of a couple of our weapons to make sure that they can keep up in the new health values. Oh, okay, so increasing the health value, long shot sniper goes up, your base AR goes up. That makes sense. That's good. Synergistically bring that up as well with them, so you feel like you aren't penalized for the base health while coming in with a sponsor package too. So that's good. So you can still down some people pretty quickly with their base health value. For example, the long shot will still be able to down a runner at base shields with 1 precision headshot, as it should. W. So I guess that's why they had to increase it. Stability. Fixed an issue causing crashes when using certain GPU hardware configuration. That's some back-end stuff, have no clue what that means. But if they're catching instances of crashing because of the GPU, W changes. Awesome for the dev team. Fixed an issue where players pressing the sprint key while in ADS could cause a crash. Didn't run into that. That's absolutely insane as well. I'm glad they're fixing it. Fixed an issue that caused dedicated servers to crash. That's definitely not on my end either. I'm glad that they're fixing all this. I didn't notice it, didn't know it was there. Previous server setting changes. These changes were previously made through server settings changes and are now being added to the client in this update. Increased CyberAcme sponsor kits available in the black market. 5 to 15. Reset from 5 to 15. So that means we get more sponsor kits. So, I mean, if you can just keep on beating your head up against the wall and just keep going back in there, right? I think 5 was kind of comfy, but you just tripled it. So, like, people that are just getting their asses handed to them can just keep on going back in with these sponsor kits. Have fun, guys. Have fun. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't know how that's going to play out for you guys, but that's pretty good. I don't know if I ever ran out of sponsor kits. I don't think I ever ran out. But if we're going up to 15, that's going to be crazy quick turnarounds on those. If you're getting through 15, maybe take a break, go play something else for a little bit. Fix an issue causing poor weapon hit registration in very high latency situations. A lot of people have been complaining about the hit reg. This fixes what a lot of people were talking about. I don't think I really noticed it or ran into it too bad, but hopefully this fixes what everybody's been talking about. I don't like to see where people are having hit reg issues, so we'll see how it's going to do. Reduce the amount of health runners revive with before or after being fully killed from 100% to 30%. That's already happened. Obviously, they already did that. They're just putting in the patch notes now. Did they do all of this and now they're finally putting it in the patch notes? Maybe that's what it was. Adjusted server settings to decrease queue times for players at high runner levels. I mean, everybody that's going up in the levels and playing the game should not be penalized for that. They should be able to still find the lobby. The game hasn't even been out in alpha for a little over a week now, and you should not be running out of people to play against, especially with them putting new codes out every day. So good changes. Honestly, the health changes are great. Weapon changes to match up with the health changes, great. I think that this is going to incentivize more interactions on the map with higher level players, with people that have the blue gear, with people that have the purple gear. It's going to let the grays and greens kind of like be like, okay, I think I could take them, or they could at least try. And I hope that that's helpful. I hope that that's helpful, because you want to see more engagements on the map. You don't want to see people just running from each other on the map. It's an extraction shooter. It's PvPvE. If you take out the PvP aspect and you're just trying to hide from each other, it makes it less fun. So it's good to have all of these interactions available for everybody, and that makes it fun for the people that are trying to sweat and that want to get in those engagements. If they already have the blue and purple gear, that lets those guys be challenged like they want to, but it also gives the casual players that have the gray and green gear a chance to actually win and rise to the occasion against those people. So these are W changes. I think this is good. The best part about this is, and let's not take anything away from this, is they are making changes in the alpha based off of player feedback and what they see happening in the game. So if nothing else gets taken away from this, at least they're trying things to help players enjoy the game. All right, that's already a win. No matter if these changes are good or if they're bad, it's irrelevant at this point. They're trying things to adjust the game based off of their market feedback. W on Bungie, W on Marathon. Awesome dev team from all the things we've seen from them so far. Cannot wait to see what they do for the rest of the alpha and on into the beta and stuff.